We are under the lights this evening as we get you set for another edition of Baseball on the Show. Coming up, we've got a good matchup in store between the Miami Marlins and the Chicago Cubs. Miami hope to put a lid on their 7-game losing streak. Coming up next. Yu Darvish will be on the mound for the series opener. Dan Plesac, what's the word on him?
Yu Darvish is what you look at when you're looking for an ace. Big, strong guy, came over from Japan, 95 to 97 miles an hour, all the way back from Tommy John surgery. Has the curveball, the changeup, and the slider. Will throw any pitch at any count. One of the top pitchers of the game, and you'll know early. If you're seeing a lot of swings and misses and strikeouts, it's going to be a long day for those guys swinging the bats.
1-1 to the Marlins leadoff hitter. Well, guys, as we look at the Cubs coming into play here tonight, they come in not exactly setting the world on fire as they've dropped 5 of their last 8 ball games.
Yeah, Matty B, we got a couple of teams right now that haven't been playing very good baseball, D-Row. One of these 2 teams needs to get things turned around and start things off on a good note and win the first game of the series.
It just takes one W to put a good taste in your mouth. I'm telling you, I know both teams come in on a losing streak, but someone finds a gap, someone puts their best foot forward and has a nice outing on the mound. This can turn around super quick.
So he couldn't get the bat off the shoulders that time. Jonathan Villar is retired to lead off the ball game. So coming to the plate, Miguel Rojas. As we take a look at the splits between April and May. Throw gets him 2 down. With that, a look at the batting order for the Marlins. Who stands out to you, Danny?
Well, definitely watch out for Corey Dickerson. He's really had a heck of a year in the power categories, slugging over 500 coming into this one. That means almost every time he's hitting the ball, he's hitting it hard somewhere. Should be fun to watch.
On its way, the 0-1 pitch. 2 out, nobody on. And he looks at a ball, 1-2.
Tried to backdoor him and lock him up with a curveball right there. Pretty good pitch, but he didn't quite get it to come back all the way to the corner. That's tough to do for most guys.
A ball and 2 strikes. Here it is. Fouled away. Another 1-2 delivery. Swinging a hard hit ball down the line in right. And this will bang up against the wall. And he'll make it to second base now with 2 gone.
That's a pitch he'll look back on and relive tonight when he's lying in bed. A pitch away from posting a 0 in the first, and he makes a big mistake, and he pays the price. So now he's got to work on leaving him out there at second base.
Strike taken as that one crosses over the inside part of the plate.
Have to find a way to get that guy home from second now. Never know how important these early runs can be.
1-1 now the count to the Marlins first baseman. And they'll turn to the slider here, and it just misses. 2-1 now.
Hasn't seen a heater yet in this at-bat. One might be coming right here.
And now a balk is going to be called here. He didn't wait till he got set, and that may make things a little easier for them to score that run. He moves up to third now with 2 away. A swing and a ground ball to third. Throw in time, and the side is retired. So they're able to get the runner to third in the opening half inning, but can't bring him around. Now the Cubbies will get their first crack. No score. Jose Arena, a right-handed native of the Dominican Republic, will be the starter. What do we need to know here, Danny?
Hey, we're going to get a chance to look at a guy that he's a little bit up and down throughout points of his career. A career ERA just over 4. When he's good, he can be really good. And when he's bad, well, let's just say he can be pretty bad at times. But it'll be interesting to see which one we see. He's a little bit of Jekyll and Hyde. Hopefully he's going to be a little bit more Jekyll than Hyde in this one here today.
The 1-0. It is a fastball in off the plate for a ball. Head-to-head with Jose Arena, batting .500, 5 for 10. 2 of those hits were for home runs. 3-0 now. Here's the pitch. Line drive, and that's a base hit into center field. With that, the Cubs get their leadoff man aboard.
Not everyone feels comfortable pulling the clutch on 3-0 pitch right there, but he stayed within himself, didn't try and do too much, didn't turn and burn, and just hit a nice, hard single on a 3-0 count. Here's
Javier Baez, and there's a look at his home and road splits so far this year. And he gets ahead here with the fastball, strike one. And there are our umpires for this one. Working balls and strikes will be Mr. Darryl Parker.
Hey, not a very big strike zone, but a strike zone that kind of moves around a little bit too much for my liking.
Yeah, Dan, I know there's not a clear scouting report with Darryl. I'll tell you what, you're going to know in the first 2 innings where he's going to be.
On to first, and they get the double play. And a chance now from the north side of Chicago to check out the Cubs starting lineup. Who are you focused on, Dan Plesac?
Well, of course, you have to like what Anthony Rizzo brings to this offense. He's really excelled against right-handed pitching this season, hitting over 300 against them coming in. So given the matchup he's faced with here, I wouldn't be surprised at all to see him make some noise at the plate.
Trying to get him started again following the double play. That evens it up 1-1. A ball and 2 strikes to Anthony Rizzo. Looked like the fastball got away from him there. It's ball 2. And it's up to a 3-2 full count now.
If you're at the plate right now, you have to realize who's on deck. I guarantee you something's over the heart of the plate. You have to be aggressive in the zone right here.
And that's going to be a base hit for Rizzo.
Hey, not an easy thing to do right there, Dero, with that stacked infield on the right side. To hit it through where the shift is, have to hit that in the right place at the right time.
Yeah, he found a good result right there, Dan. Pitcher actually executed right there. Got him to hit it where he wanted to. Put good barrel, good contact on that ball, and was able to find the hole.
First pitch of the at-bat. Oh, 1 count. Here's the pitch. Oh, and he's really getting the better of him now. It's strike 2.
Wow, that changeup is an absolute beaut. They call it the great equalizer for a reason.
Just a touch outside. 1-2.
Step out of the box, take a deep breath. After spitting on that changeup, you might have bought yourself a fastball.
Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. Bat explodes as this has popped up. And he'll avoid the fragments out there to make the catch that ends the inning. 1 left for the Cubs. And this is still a 0-0 ball game. Settling in now, Harold Ramirez, hitless in 4 tries in the ball game yesterday.
Harold Ramirez.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Cut fastball taken for strike 1.
0-1.
Oh, and he was fooled that time on the pitch away as he went around for strike 2. Pitch on the way. Swung on and missed. Really fooled him that time for the first out.
Well, we all know he's going to get strikeouts when he's on the mound. It's kind of his thing. The key for the offense is to actually make them work for him. So that 3-pitch see you later isn't going to help very much.
Hit hard on the ground to the right. And this will get through into right. And he's aboard with a single.
Batting 7, the second baseman, Isan Diaz.
Into the box now, Isan Diaz. And he's first pitch swinging here as he lines this one into left field for a base hit.
Batting 8, the center fielder, number 34, Magneuris Sierra.
Into the box, Magneuris Sierra. As he'll take a look at ball 1. 2 balls, no strikes to the Miami center fielder.
Got to find a way to execute either a good fastball down the way or flip something off speed for a strike. You cannot miss over the harder plate in these situations. The hitter is on high alert.
Here it is on 3-0. There's a fastball right down Broadway taken for a strike.
3-1 with 2 on, and this is where you got to be geared up for something.
Just a sec now as that ball finds its way into the outfield, a base hit. And they're not going to get him as he's in there to score.
Hey, this team's been in a pretty bad funk, D-Roll. They've had a difficult time scoring and winning any game, so to strike early, that RBI single right there is awfully big.
Yeah, and hopefully the pitcher's able to breathe a sigh of relief, Dan, like he's...
And the throw is in time to get him to retire the side. Marlins forced to settle for 1. We'll go to the bottom half of inning number 2. It's the Marlins 1 and the Cubs nothing. Standing in, Kyle Schwarber, as they'll have 5, 6, and 7 here to start the home half of the second.
Fielder, Kyle Schwarber.
First offering on its way. Hit hard up the middle. Scooped up. And the inning begins with a quick out number 1.
Batting 5th, the catcher.
Check out the Miami Marlins on defense. And one of the main pieces on this team today is the guy playing shortstop. A ton of range, the ability to go in the hole, set that back foot with a strong arm over to first base. And I know it's going to upset the second baseman and the third baseman, but at the end of the day, the shortstop is and always will be the captain of the infield.
Here's the young catcher, Wilson Contreras, as he'll watch a slider that runs out of the strike zone away for ball 1. Who pulled the string and had him way out in front, a ball and a strike. And did he go around? No, he did not. Ball 2.
He would have had to go with the old school Tommy Hawk approach on that one if he wanted to get on top, but he was able to lay off it.
Breaking ball that time that misses out of the zone. Waiting his turn on deck next is Jason Kipnis. Hit in the air down the right field line. And foul. The 3-2 pitch. Lifted down the line in left. And this is going to wind up a foul ball. It's a high fly ball headed for the left field corner. If it stays fair, it's gone. And he just couldn't keep that ball fair as it winds up a long foul ball.
No.
Now here's a check swing, and they appeal down to first. No swing, so that's ball 4.
Batting 7, the second baseman.
He almost got him to commit there. As we take another look at it in slow motion, he comes awfully close to breaking that plane, but he was able to hold back. Strong wrist, and he gets a trip to first because of it.
So a runner at first with 1 out now, and standing in now, the power-hitting second baseman, Jason Kipnis. From the stretch. 0-1. Here it comes. And it's fouled away. Contreras stands at first with 1 out. A ball and 2 strikes to Kipnis. In the dirt here, but it won't skip away far enough for the runner to advance. Had to sit back on the changeup, and he did a good job to get the bat on that one.
After fouling off the second one, I got to step out of the box, adjust my batting gloves, and tell myself there's no chance he's tripling up on that pitch.
In the dirt, and now let's see.
What is he throwing? Halo's on there. We gotta look for something good here.
3-2 pitch. And he fouls this one off. Now a throw over, and he'll dive back in safely. Still 3 balls and 2 strikes. The 8th pitch of the at-bat. Hard hit ball to second, and that gets through for a 1-out base hit. And that runner will go no further than second as there are 2 aboard now.
Batting 8.
He's been
The right
called.
field.
Batting average fell below 230, but that knock might have put him in a positive frame of mind. Hopefully that's the start of something big right now.
So stepping in, Jason Hayward, as he'll look to bring home that tying run from second with a base hit into the outfield. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. With runners in scoring position this season, Hayward is below the Mendoza line. The batting average under 200, unfortunately.
Yeah, Matty, he's well aware of it. Runners in scoring position, that's where you need to be on your game. He's just expanded the zone entirely too much in these situations.
Working for the punch out and the offering. And now a slider in there for a called 3rd strike, and there are 2 gone now.
Runner on first
Batting
in a double play situation.
No
so
pitcher.
you expect to see a lot of pitches down in the zone. So I think that pitch up right there was a good one. Obviously, the double play is more efficient, but you're always going to take a K when you're on the mound.
Has a look, now the pitch. Two men are on with 2 men out. Cubs pitcher at the plate, trailing with a 1-2 count.
Hey, I know it's the pitcher at the plate, but he's going to grind it out right here. He's got a chance to help himself, and nothing's a bigger backbreaker to a team than watching the pitcher drive in a run.
Hit in the air out to straightaway left. Dickerson's there, makes the catch, and that'll retire the side. Some of our nation's young minds and future leaders here in attendance. Yikes. Back with more here on a Tuesday night after this. Ready for another chance? Jonathan Villar. 0 for 1 here in the early going.
Jonathan Villar.
Lead on. Lead off. I heard it.
From the stretch. Line towards center field. But this will hang up a bit too long as it's taken in chest high for the first out.
Jumped all over that first pitch of the inning, and he didn't miss it. Just wasn't able to steer it in a direction that resulted in a leadoff hit.
Too low, 1-0. Rojas is truly an elite-level defender, which is a big deal given the position he plays in the middle infield. Defensive metrics have become a bigger and bigger part of evaluating players, of course, and he's consistently among the leaders in these newer categories at his position.
Yeah, you can tell. His pitching staff absolutely loves him. First step quickness, soft hands, an absolute cannon for an arm. This guy fits the bill defensively.
Dickerson.
Digging in to try it again, Corey Dickerson. He'll try to follow up the double in his last at-bat with another big hit right here. 0-1 the count. Swing and a liner. And that falls in for a solid base hit, his second of the night. Throw into second. Not in time, and he's in there with a double. So some life with 2 away as he's into second with the opposite field double. And that total is currently tops on the ball club through the first couple of months of the season.
Gorgeous.
And that'll bring in Garrett
HDR
Cooper.
TV.
Liner towards second.
That's why the colors look a little weird on YouTube. HDR, baby. Jarvis.
Danger averted following the 2-out double. Don't go
Let's get a
anywhere.
home
More
run.
Tuesday night baseball after
Tuesday
this.
night. Motherfucking Tuesday. I want to hit one on that 460, man. Right on that. Oh, God, I'd love to hit one there. He
So
could
it's
do
back
it.
to the top
He's
of the
got
order
some
now.
pop.
And that'll bring up the former first rounder and
The center
Pittsburgh
fielder.
area
Come on,
native Ian
Ian.
Happ.
He's having a good year.
Ha!
Very happy.
Now here's the pitch.
Nope. Look at that. That's gorgeous. What time is it? It's 5 to 8.
The windup and the 1-0 pitch.
Nope. That's garbage, man. Okay, let's key on one. Let's hit one over the Richardson. Power swing. Nope.
I'd be real surprised if he goes back out away there on the mound. This is a count for a fastball challenge, and we'll see if he's ready for it in the box.
I'm going to sit fastball.
Here it comes, the 3-0.
Power swing.
He is swung on and missed, strike one.
Hey, that's a well-executed pitch right there. That might have started middle, but you saw it breaking away to that outer part of the zone. This left-handed batter right here has got 2 decisions to make. Is he going to ground out to second base all day, or is he going to drive the ball the other way?
The batter number 9.
Don't forget, he lost his last time out, so he wants to get off on the right foot here. The last thing he wanted was to walk the lead off.
Above 300. Real sore.
And that brings up Javi Baez. 0 for 1 for him here in this one.
Come on, man.
Here comes the first pitch. Popped him up. VR has a play. And he hauls it in for the first out of the inning.
Now batting, first baseman, Anthony Rizzo.
So in now for Chicago, Anthony Rizzo. 1 for 1 after a single his first time up. Comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. Fastball catches the black there for a called strike.
Okay.
Runner at first here, 1 man out. Throw over to the bag. Runner back safely.
Come on, Rizzo. Yak one, Rizzo.
Now a ball hit sharply toward third.
Go.
And that's in for a base hit. His second in as many trips to the plate.
Yeah.
And they're going to hold him.
They're going to give him that, man. I'm going
do
to
a nice job of getting it back in quickly.
Dan, this guy's on fire. I used to say all the time, it's about 150 ABs to 200 ABs where you start figuring out what type of season you're going to have. He's obviously in May.
Over 300. More RBIs, Frank. We need to win that.
It's continuing right now. Anything that is around the strike zone, he feels he can get the barrel to it, and he continues to hit line drives.
The wind's blowing right to left, man.
Now the 1-0. Offered at and missed for the first strike.
Everything this guy throws is hard. That changeup he throws is in the high 80s to go along with that good heat.
Bryant to the opposite field.
Go.
Going back is Sierra. On the warning track, he makes the catch. The throw is wild, and he gets away.
Another
and the
RBI.
score from third is the tying run. It's 1-1.
Great job there by this power hitter. Known for driving the ball out of the ballpark. Does the job right there with the sac fly and brings the run home.
So we're back to even now after the sac fly. And that'll bring up the outfielder, Kyle Schwarber. First pitch on its way. The 0-1 pitch.
That's not a bad pitch right there. That two-seamer moving away from a left-handed hitter. Didn't get the strike, but I like the idea behind the pitch.
Inside here with the hard stuff, and it's 2-1 now.
Pretty good pitch right there. Fastball in off the plate. One of the things you want to do as a pitcher, try to stand those hitters up.
3-1 to the Cubs left fielder.
That was a tempting pitch to swing at right there. A big power guy like this really wants something that he can elevate and drive out of the ballpark.
The 3-1. Checked his swing there, and did he go? No, he did not, says the third base umpire, so it's ball 4.
Oh, man, I think this walk is going to grind at him for a bit. He just missed him. Now the inning continues with a man in scoring position.
Next to hit will be Wilson Contreras. 2 on, 2 out for him here in the third. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Fouled off. Comes set. The 0-1. And this one's in the dirt. Good job to corral this quickly as the runners hold on. 1-1. Here it is. Takes a look at a changeup there, and it's a ball and 2 strikes now.
Not the ideal location for a changeup up in the zone, but he got away with it.
Did a good job to shorten up and protect the plate, and he'll have another shot at it here.
He was looking for a swing and a miss breaker right there, but left that one in the zone that got fouled off.
Fly ball out toward left center field. Sierra's on his horse. He gets there to make the catch, and that ends the inning. Only 1 in the inning for the Cubs. On now to the top of inning number 4. All tied at 1-1. All set for the start of the inning. So striding forward now, Harold Ramirez. He was a strikeout victim in his first try. And this pitch is taken on the inner half for strike 1. Ramirez swings and throws from the right side and stands at 5'10". He's a second-year big leaguer. Behind 0-2 now. Trying to send him packing for the second time. And it's 1-2. Pitch on the way. Popped him up. And he'll stay with it here as he puts the squeeze on it for out number 1.
Now batting, the catcher.
So the bases are empty with 1 man gone. And up next will be the big catcher, Jorge Alfaro. A ball and no strikes. 1 run, 5 hits, and no errors in the game for the Marlins. Tried to get the arms extended, but he couldn't. 1-1. Here it comes. And he takes one off the inside corner for ball 2.
I don't blame him for not coming over the heart of the plate. He circled this guy on the lineup card when he got to the yard today. He's been swinging one of the hotter bats in the game.
The 2-2 doesn't hit the target. It's ball 3.
That was kind of a gift to the hitter. He's up there probably thinking of protecting on 2-2, but when you launch a ball that high out of the strike zone, it's obviously easy to take that one.
And he is in at second base with a 1-out double. Well, fans love a lot of offense, and that's what they're getting here, Dan.
You said it, Nettie. That's 10 hits in this game between the 2 teams already. Got to tell you, as a pitcher, this is a little painful for me to watch.
A base hit in his first trip. Off the plate, 1 ball, 1 strike. Runner at second here with 1 man out. Slider is in there, and now it's 1-2.
1-2.
Fouled away. And that misses 2-2. And a swing and a miss misses. They got him with the slider there. 2 away.
Yeah, as they say, there's a hole in his swing in that location, so a good job there of exploiting that. That can be real hard for some guys to overcome when teams start figuring out what locations you just can't handle.
So now to the plate, Magnera Sierra. As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball 1. Runner in scoring position with 2 gone. 2 balls and no strikes.
Now you can see he's working around this guy right here. Why not? First base is open. Walk wouldn't be the worst thing in this spot.
That gets down, and the inning will continue. As he arrives at second without a play, as they jump ahead with a run scoring on the play.
Number 62, Jose.
So much of this game is situational hitting, guys. Nice job there.
Yeah, you've got to find a way to pick your teammates up when you're given the chance, and he doesn't try to do too much right here. He just takes what's there. Safely on second, and his buddy is high-fiving teammates in the dugout.
Protecting on 0-2, so we'll do it again.
Got to take advantage of that pitch right there. 0-2 breaker hanging over the heart.
Swing and a miss. That retires the side, and that will do it. Marlins get a run on the RBI double. Bottom of the 4th coming up. 2-1 now, Miami. Welcome back to the north side of Chicago. Back here at Wrigley Field as we check in with Heidi.
Thanks, Matt. In between innings, I was able to catch up with the manager of the Cubs to discuss his thoughts on his lineup so far. And flat out, he was very pleased with the quality of their at-bats. They've already worked out 3 walks, so he feels as though that kind of willingness to let the opposition work themselves into trouble will continue to result in good things for them on the scoreboard.
Good stuff, Heidi. Thanks. Jason Kipnis is in for his second plate appearance as he looks at a ball that's 1-0. Swung on and missed. 1-1. Change up just off the black, and it's 2-1. And now pitch on the way. The lefty Jason Hayward waits in the on-deck circle. A 2-seamer there as this is fouled off to the left side. And that misses for ball 4. It's a leadoff walk that starts the bottom of the 4th. So that'll bring up Jason Hayward.
The right fielder, Jason.
He's set. Here it comes. 0-1. Here's the pitch. And there's ball 1.
I wonder if that call not going his way right there has anything to do with walking the last guy. We all know umpires don't give you much on the corners if you're not throwing strikes consistently.
And able to lay off the fastball away here. 2-1 now.
Boy, not exactly what you'd like as a pitcher. One of the keys is to minimize your pitches, attack the strike zone early.
A swing and a drive sent out toward the gap. Into the bleachers and gone. A 2-run home run that time for Jason Hayward. Career homer number 149. And it gives the Cubbies a 3-2 lead.
Hey, I know we're not sitting up here with a crystal ball, but that swing right there, although in the middle innings, could be the deciding factor. And we could be looking back at this one when it's all said and done.
The pitcher, number 11.
Plate, Yu Darvish. As a good changeup will get him to commit too early, and it's strike 1. He's 0 for 1 thus far. And no swing, apparently, ball 1.
Even though he was fooled in the box right there by that pitch, he was able to keep his hands back, not overcommit, and stay in this at-bat.
And a half swing here, but this is in there for a called strike 2. And they really bunch him up on that one as he swings and misses for the first out. And that'll bring in the Pittsburgh area native Ian Happ.
Ian Happ.
Swing and a miss on a pitch below the knees. 1 strike. The windup and the 0-1. That's over, but low. It's a ball and a strike. And it's fouled away. 3 runs, 5 hits, no errors so far for the Cubbies. Hit down the third baseline. There's a breaking ball, but it's laid off and doesn't find the zone.
In today's game, everybody's trying to work off the mound north-south, trying to elevate that heater. He wanted that pitch right there, but I can tell you as an offensive player, I'd rather give you 6 inches off east-west than to have you call that high fastball.
And he fouls this one off. The payoff pitch one more time. And he looks at one that misses, and that's an excellent job of making his man throw a lot of pitches as he toughs out a wall.
What's the saying? When you find yourself in a hole, the first thing you should do is stop digging. Well, the guy on the bump obviously hasn't heard that one.
Now the Miami manager's up out of the dugout and on his way out to the mound. And he's going to motion for his bullpen here. That'll do it for the starter tonight. So he will curiously make his way to the dugout after what has to be considered a very brief appearance. Fastball, and he's quickly in the hole. 0-2. Sanchez is the guy that you'll notice attacks hitters with a high velocity slider. Not the old sweeper. He really fires it in there and snaps off big numbers. Pitch is way outside, and that's straight to the backstop. And that'll hurt as the runner will move into scoring position now.
Well, when a reliever comes in a game, he always wants to make a big impression, but I don't think uncorking a wild one was what he had in mind. Sometimes it takes a reliever a little bit of time to be comfortable on the mound out there, so we'll see if he can settle in.
The 1-2. Fouled off. 1 out and a runner on second base. Swing and a miss as he ran that 2-seamer right by him for the second out.
Nice 2-seam fastball there. You don't usually see a lot of swings and misses with that pitch unless it's really moving. So that one must have had some real good late life.
Hit on the ground out to short. He's got it. And the off-balance throw is right there for the third out. And a high degree of difficulty on that one as the side is retired. 2 for the Cubs in the inning on the strength of this 2-run home run. We played 4, and Chicago's taken a 3-2 lead. Ready now for the Marlins, Jonathan Villar. He'll begin things here against you.